It's a cafe! I knew it! This place is a cafe, right?
Technically, yes, but...
Do we work here together? This was a completely serious question on my part, and yet... Ow! Once again, he karate chopped me. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying this, but in Gretel's defense, you acting weird, girl. You are not explaining anything. This is the fourth world you've jumped through, and you have not learned to explain that you're jumping yet? Although with Gretel, I don't know how you would take the news, to be fair. Also, I'm kind of worried about options with him, because I blocked out most of his route, if I'm being honest. So, pray for me. Don't hit me, you jerk!
Well, I thought maybe you needed it.
What am I, an old TV? He was such an ass to me, it was hard to be sure that we were actually dating.
Pull yourself together. We're full-time students, and this cafe closed down years ago.
It closed down? What's your reaction to hearing the cafe closed down? Well, if only it was just you and me forever and ever. Maybe. I don't think it's this one. That does not jump out to me at all, so eh? This was a bit of a letdown. Aww. It'd be fun if you and I were running it together.
Knowing me, I'd probably be in charge of making all the desserts.
Yeah, exactly. I nodded eagerly. Then it hit me. How did I know he was a dessert fanatic? And so we entered the cafe. You shouldn't, but he is. Oh!
Oh. Hey there, welcome home.
Inside we found Ryoshi lounging around. Ryoshi! I exclaimed on reflex. His eyes widened slightly. Yeah, did we call him Ryoshi in Gretel's route, or did we just call him Huntsman? I feel like we rarely call him by his first name. In most cases.
Why are you here?
Gretel asked with a sour sneer on his face. Interesting. From her, she called him Ryoshi, but in the text, it calls him Huntsman. I gotta go back to Red's route and see if he's still called Huntsman there or Ryoshi.
I'm curious. No real reason. I was in the neighborhood, so I thought I'd drop by. Just kidding. I wanted to check on you two. Oh, that's what I thought. How's it going? Things seem pretty peaceful. So peaceful, I'm practically falling asleep. Now, run along home, please. Eureka, make me some coffee. Or Gretel, I don't care. Don't boss us around in our own house. You want coffee. You're an adult. Make it yourself.
Nevertheless, Gretel grabbed the apron off the shelf. What a nice guy.
Good grief. Have a seat, sister. I'll handle it.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Sister?
And with that, he disappeared into the kitchen. Now it was just me and Ryoshi. He kept staring at me, and frankly, I was feeling pretty awkward. I was curious to learn what his backstory was in this world, but for now I needed to act casual and keep my gaze averted.
You're unusually quiet today.
Am I? My plan was foiled, and I was forced to endure a long moment of silent eye contact.
Eureka.
Yes?
Is something wrong?
Well, but before I could decide whether to come clean...
I had a feeling you'd think so too.
Gretel reappeared carrying a tray of coffee and snacks. He looked over at me.
Sister, is it really you? What's that supposed to mean, Gretel?
Well, I figured if anyone was gonna suss it out, it'd be Gretel, because he's the smart one.
She's been acting strangely. She keeps asking me questions she ought to know the answer to. Almost as if she suddenly has amnesia or something.
So, no. The truth is, I have amnesia, I exclaimed brightly. Huh? But their reactions were tepid at best.
Mr. Hunter, please administer treatment ASAP. It appears she needs some.
What? I'm not lying! Really, I can't remember anything!
So you say, but you seem to remember me and Gretel just fine. Why is that?
That's because I remember the alternate worlds I passed through. See, I've actually met the two of you before this. But in that world, we weren't dating, and...
Okay, this is dire. Her condition seems serious.
Great, now I get the crazy treatment. So, what relationship do we all have to each other? I asked, hoping to change the direction of conversation. He plays along with it.
My name is Ryoshi Arisu, and I'm your brother.
Right. Same as he was in Cinderella's world, then.
And Gretel... I'm your brother. Step-brother, to be precise.
Stepbrother? Gretel furrowed his brow.
My point is, we're not related by blood.
Ah, yes, that important distinction.
Although, if you and I get married, we'll be family regardless.
He smirked smugly. I see. Well, that explains that. Huh. I smirked back. Huh? Once again, they gave me the Frigidary treatment. Ah, the Frigidary came back.
Sister, could you please explain what's going on here?
Oh, okay. And that's how it happened. So, as you can see, I don't think I'm the same Yurika Arisa who belongs in this world. The two of them listened to my crazy story in perfect silence. After I finished, they exchanged a glance.
What do you think, Mr. Hunter? Is she lying? No, she doesn't seem to be. That said, she's probably just delusional. Moving between worlds. That just doesn't happen in real life. From what I can tell, it sounds like schizophrenia.
Given his extensive medical knowledge, this world's Ryoshi was no ordinary hunter.
Sister. No. Yurika. No, that's not right.
Gretel shook his head, then pinned me with his gaze. Ooh, went straight to last name, eh? That's good. I'm glad you're making a distinction.
Arisa. You said you came here chasing Alice, yes?
Yeah?
Then let's go find him, right this instant.
Huh?
You said he probably knows why this is happening to you, right? Then let's leave no stone unturned.
With that, he grabbed me by the arm.
No then, dear brother, we're heading out.
And dragged me off, smiling from ear to ear. Well, that's ominous. If you put me in a cage again, I swear. Gretel strode briskly forward, dragging me along by the arm. Thanks, Gretel.
No need to thank me. Anyone would have done the same in my shoes.
But just then he came to a sudden stop.
I don't believe that you've gone crazy. Sure, you've always been a little nutty, but it was all a calculated act. You were doing it on purpose. So I believe that you're telling me the truth.
Aw, Gretel. Sure enough, Gretel was no different from the rest of them. Whoever this Yurika Arisa girl was, they all loved and trusted her from the bottom of their hearts. Perhaps that's how they managed to detect an imposter so quickly. Well, well, well. Giving yourself up, maybe? Aha!
What?
I just saw Alice!
Oh, sister!
Alice, wait! Give it up, man. There's not many more worlds you can jump through. I tried to give chase, but soon lost sight of my quarry. That's strange. Was I just imagining things?
Sister!
Whoa! The sudden voice behind me nearly made my heart stop.
Please don't run off like that. You scared me.
I'm sorry. Once he caught his breath, Gretel looked around.
This forest.
What about it?
Oh, it's nothing.
It sure didn't seem like nothing, but I could tell he didn't want me to keep digging, and I also don't want to keep digging, so let's just ignore this.
So, did you find Alice?
No. I went along with his subject change.
I see. It gets very dark in these parts at night, so it's not safe. Let's get out of here.
But Alice is still out there! Right as we turned to go, however, the bushes nearby started rustling. Did you hear that?
I did indeed.
Together, we looked in the direction of the sound. Will you seek help from Gretel? Why wouldn't I? Yes. Of course. I mean, is the idea, like, if I say no, it's because I'm the capable older sister that didn't let baby brother do anything, and this is like, hey, I'm not controlling anymore. Remember, we kind of became equals? Winku? Gretel. He shielded me behind his back.
It's okay. No matter what's in there, I promise I'll protect you.
Well, 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 I was wondering when you were gonna show up. Have you been super busy killing? Because, like, this is all a mess. Like, I need to write a letter to you, a complaint. Like, what has happened to all the clones? Everything's topsy-turvy. Is this supposed to happen? Can you tell me, like, am I on the right track, Mr. Wizard? So good to see you. Good grief, what a little handful. Just then, someone dressed all in black rose up from the bushes.
Ugh. It's you.
As soon as the man laid eyes on me, his pupils contracted like a cat sizing up its prey. Ha ha ha. Then this mysterious and absurdly handsome man walked right up to me. Thank you for having taste still, Eureka. Pardon me a moment. He smacked Gretel's hand away, then touched my head. Yes?
Whoa!
Whoa! The next thing I knew, he ruffled my hair. Stop stealing me away. Kind of a weird reaction coming from the guy currently petting a total stranger. Shove.
Stop that at once! What do you think you're doing, you creep?
Gretel shoved the man away from me.
It would appear you aren't her.
Oh, did you lose your... Oh no, he lost his cat! That's why it's like, what a little handful. Well, I guess 2 worlds from now I should see you. Is that why you haven't been, like, paying attention? You're like, I lost my Eureka. Where did she go? But I'm not yours either. Okay. Good to know, good to know.
It would appear you aren't her.
I tilted my head in confusion.
Oh, my apologies. It seems I've been separated from my companion. What does that have to do with you touching my girlfriend? Well, you see, she's a dead ringer for the one I'm looking for. Then why were you searching on your hands and knees? She's much bigger than that, and not just in terms of height.
What does she look like exactly?
Small, black, with pointy ears and hair all over. Sounds nothing like sister at all.
That doesn't even sound human.
Come to think of it. We haven't spoken in a long time, have we, Gretel?
The man raised his hand in greeting like he'd only just realized. It seemed the two of them were already acquainted.
Gee, thanks for pretending to remember. Oh, let's go, sister.
And apparently Gretel wanted nothing to do with him. But of course, I wasn't going to let it slide. Who is this, Gretel? I wasn't going home until he gave me the full story.
He's, well, he helped me out with some stuff a while back.
His eyes darted all over the place as he spoke, suggesting he was deeply uncomfortable. Well, don't you want to talk to him?
No, that's okay. I already thanked him for all his help. Now let's get going!
He turned on his heel to leave. However,
it seems things have worked out really well for you since we last spoke. I'm surprised, given it all started with forced imprisonment.
Gretel froze in place. I'm calling you out, sir!
You don't need your candy anymore.
Wait, back up. Imprisonment? Now that I wasn't expecting to hear. Looking up at Gretel, I found him staring at the sky. This is karma, alright? Don't give me that look, this is karma.
Your confusion just now. By any chance, have you forgotten me, little heroine?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Murmuring pensively, he walked back toward me. Yeah, the worlds are a mess, sir. Then he leaned in until our noses were practically touching.
I see. Now I understand.
I could see a meek, soft girl reflected in his gentle amber eyes. Perhaps my eyes were reflecting something back at him, too. But was it really me he was looking at? Ha 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 ha, well. Or was it a different me? The real me?
Nice to meet you, little heroine. I am the wizard. Delighted to make your acquaintance. I'd love to invite you out for a drink, but I doubt he would appreciate that,
As the wizard backed out of my personal bubble, Gretel snapped to his senses and directed a furious glare his way.
You're damn right I wouldn't. Aren't you supposed to be looking for someone? I was, but that problem's been resolved. Huh? And unfortunately, I now have a different job to do. Now then, you two, I'll see you around.
And with that, he turned on his heel, flourishing his cape gallantly as he went. You did that cape swish just for me, didn't you? Aw, what a boy. Wait, please! I hastily gave chase. Tell me, have you seen a blonde guy somewhere around here?
You mean Alice?
Yes, Alice! You know him? See, I've been chasing him. At this, the wizard's eyes narrowed into little crescents.
Aha, so it's you he's running from. I suppose that makes sense.
Do you know who I am?
But of course. I know every world's version of you. You came here through the looking glass, didn't you?
How did you know that? Please, I'm begging you, tell me everything you know.
I don't think that's strictly necessary. Now I must ask you, what do you think this world is? Passing through the mirror into a different realm. Sounds like a fairy tale, don't you think? Admit it, little heroine. You've realized the truth of this world. But you don't want to acknowledge it, so you're playing dumb. Because once you acknowledge it, once you internalize it, there's no going back. That might explain why he keeps running.
Because he doesn't want me to learn the truth.
Not quite. I think perhaps he's scared.
He is? The wizard donned an all-knowing smile.
Which dreamed it? You or me? Whoever doesn't wake up will disappear. Now then, I'd better be going. See you around, little heroine.
With a soft smile, he turned and left.
What on earth was that about? He's always been a total mystery, but now I'm even more confused. Sister?
The wizard was right. Deep down, I had realized the truth. This world was a dream, and we were all characters appearing within it. But if this was a dream, then how did that explain my consciousness? Maybe I'm scared too. No sooner had the words left my lips than the bushes started rustling.
Not again.
Gretel let out an aggrieved sigh.
Oh.
I approached the bushes.
Wait! Sister! It's not safe!
No, it's okay. I think it might be the wizard's companion. I reached out, spread the branches, and found... You little shit. Don't look at me with that face, be like, meow. Okay, so you wanted me to find you this time after she admitted she was scared. Okay.
Meow.
Get him! I pointed at my quarry and bellowed from the bottom of my lungs. Off with his head! I mean, we're probably the Queen of Hearts, right? I mean, we wooed all the guys, so we would be the Queen of Hearts.
As you wish, sister.
At my command, Gretel gleefully sprang to action. Well, at least he's good for something. And I guess Alice wasn't actually giving himself up. He just sucks at hiding. I chased after them as fast as I could. It felt like we were playing a game of tag. Who would win, him or me? When would the game finally, mercifully end? Whoa! Ah! Just then, my feet slipped out from under me and I hit the ground. Well, this is reminiscent of Snow White's route. Ow! I promptly pushed myself up and regained my balance. But it was too late. I was all alone. Gretel? It's pitch dark. Reminds me of that one time. At night, the forest was dark and eerily quiet. It felt like I'd been engulfed in shadow. Stop it! Someone help! Clutching my head, I cowered down on the spot. Alice! On impulse, I called his name. Not Cinderella, not Red Riding Hood, not Kaguya, not Gretel, not Snow White, not the wizard. I called the name of the very first person I met. The first one to call me Arisu. Oh, you're here!
Oh, why exactly are you screaming my name?
Alice!
You okay?
Yeah.
Here, give me your hand.
I reached out and he pulled me up onto my feet. Thanks.
What? You can let go now. I mean it. Let go!
Don't worry. I won't let go.
This is no time for your stupid poetic one-liners. What do you mean, don't worry? I never said I was. If you're going to speak my language, then use it properly! Or did you actually say goat curry? Is this an episode of Fear Factor?
I'll have you know that goat curry is nothing to be afraid of, okay? It tastes pretty good. So you take that back, Alice.
What's wrong? This isn't like you. Aren't you gonna shoot back like you usually do? Oh. Your ribbon's come undone. Sit there. I'll fix it for you.
I guess Alice knows how to tie a ribbon, even if Snow White doesn't. Actually, before we continue. There we go. Why did you come back? Weren't you running from me?
I ran because you were chasing me. But Gretel's physical stamina is second only to Red Riding Hood. Or maybe the wizard.
The wizard has stamina? Damn. I wouldn't have expected that.
So I concealed myself in the bushes and waited for the two of you to pass by. And then, on cue, you face-planted on the ground. You know, I've been thinking. You really need to tone up those core muscles. In this day and age, clumsy heroines are a tired trope. I recommend you change that ASAP. I guess I could have just ignored you, but then you cried out for me in your pathetic little voice, so I had no choice but to reveal myself.
Oh. Gotcha. Hey, Alice?
What is it?
Do you think I'm better off not knowing?
That's the exact opposite of what you said last time. I thought you wanted me to tell you everything.
Yeah, well... To be honest, I kinda figured it out on my own. I know where I am. And what I am.
I see.
Tell me, how do you know that you're Alice?
Well...
When we first met, you didn't give me your name. I only learned it once Cinderella mentioned you back in his world. In every world, you were Alice. And in every world, I was Arisu. Tell me, do you actually remember your past? Are you really Alice? Do you really believe that? If you're wondering why I'm asking these things, it's because I suspect that this world is a dream. And I think I'm right. Because in the real world, it would be impossible to pass through a mirror. But this is a dream, right?
Possibly. Maybe it's a lucid dream, and we can consciously control what happens within it.
Right. In that case, what does that make me? What about all the nice people I've met thus far?
One can say that a dream is a reproduction or recreation of our memories. In most cases, the people and places that appear in your dreams are taken wholesale from your past. Dreams can't show you the answer to things you don't know, but they can take what you've experienced and invent a solution from there.
Then why don't I have any memories? Whose dream is this exactly? Alice. I'm scared.
What's there to be scared of?
Well...
You don't know who you are? You're Arisu, obviously. Are you really going to question me?
Huh?
They say recognizing yourself in a mirror is the first stage of self-awareness. It's the first way in which a human being is able to objectively view themselves. Arisu, I'm your mirror.
You are? Oh, Alice. I'm so glad you're here. Without any memory of who I am, I can't recognize myself in anything. But with you here as my mirror, I can finally find myself. Or rather, myself.
You're better off smiling than frowning down at the ground anyway. There. All done.
Thanks. Aw, these guys are so cute. But when I touched my ribbon, something caught my attention. Wait a minute. This ribbon is the same as yours. yeah, we match. I looked over at him. Sure enough, he was wearing the same ribbon. And smiling.
Arisu. Even if you forget, I never will. I love your gemstone eyes and soft fluffy hair. It's what makes you, you.
Instantly, the pitch-dark world erupted in light as warm as summer sunshine. Sure, maybe it was just the moonlight reflecting off his golden blonde hair, but that was enough for me. Then he turned and started running. Hey! Wait! Alice! That boy. Just gives us a little bit of sugar, just like sprinkles it on our head, and then poof, he's gone again. I'm back at the lake? I couldn't see Alice anywhere. Perhaps he'd already moved on to another world.
Arisu!
Gretel!
Oh, thank God. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to leave you behind in the dust. You must have been frightened. Wait. What happened to your ribbon?
I'm sorry. I have to go now.
Go? Go where?
To the next world.
Fine. Fine, you win. I'll come with you.
He let out an exasperated sigh, but I could tell he wasn't trying to be condescending. Also, I was worried at first about Cinderella. Well, I don't know if worried's the right word, but I was wondering, like, you know, all the other boys went with us through a mirror. Are we gonna loop back to Cinderella's world at some point? Or, like, are all the boys gathering in darkness as they go through the mirror with Alice? And I think Cinderella did actually travel with us in the first world, because I can't see him watching Eureka fall into a lake and not diving in to try to save her. And also, I think Eureka said to Cinderella in Kaguya's world that we both fell into the lake. So I think she saw Cinderella fall in with her as well. Which means he touched a reflective surface and has traveled through a mirror, so to speak. So I assume we're just doing the reverse of the crystal mirror in the darkness, and now we're traveling from the world into the crystal realm. Maybe everybody will meet up there? That's my theory. Anyway. Hey, how come you're so nice to me? I may look the same as your Eureka Arisu, but that doesn't mean I'm really her. At this, he smiled sadly.
I admit, you might not be the Eureka Arisu I know. But to me, you look every bit like the woman I love. How could I possibly turn a blind eye to your distress?
Thank you, Gretel.
You're very welcome. Now then, allow me to take your hand, Princess.
Okay. He took my hand in his. I can't believe he knows a word other than sister. Princess? Hello? Well, here we go. Ready? Jump!